Fnatic's turn to ban. Radiant team pick.
Keeper of the light.
Fnatic's turn to pick. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time. Reserve time.
Warlock.
Radiant team pick. Naga Siren. Fnatic's turn to ban. Ten seconds remaining. Fnatic's turn to ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome back again. Warriors Game in Unity facing off against Fnatic. Lyrical, Lumi, Draskell. We're in game 2. How you guys feeling?
I feel like, after watching the first game and thinking about it in my head, I think Warriors Gaming actually have a shot to take this to a third game. Because I think that their strategy wasn't even that bad. It was just like the Sand King being offlane for a super long time, didn't really do much, and if they had gotten like an edge anywhere on the map,
if they get that level 1 Roche,
if they get the level 1 Roche, yeah, then maybe the game is like tremendously different. But they just needed one thing to go a little bit better for them, and I think that game would have been pretty different. So, going into game 2, we're already in the draft, so we can probably just check it out right now.
Yep. By the way, to remind the viewers, the loser of this series is eliminated from the running.
Yep.
Winner gets to have a shot at, I believe, the third series today. And I think a lot of people are favoring Fnatic, but like Andy said, I think WG could take it to game 3 and maybe even take the whole thing.
If you would have asked me last night who am I favoring, and at the end of that last game, I definitely would be favoring Warriors Game in Unity. And even still, I kind of feel like that level 1 Roche just put them not like incredibly far behind, but far enough behind that it messed up their flow. And going into this one, seeing the draft that they're taking, it's pretty clear what they want to do. They ran Kardel, Naga in their first 2 picks, banning out the Pugna, taking away that Bat Rider as well, those heroes that help you break high ground. And it feels like they're comfortable taking this late game against Fnatic, and they're going to be hard-pressed to really make that work.
I mean, this is a dangerous opening, though, if you're WG, because you can get, like, alked or something, right? And that, like, destroys the Naga Kardel, because you just farm so fast that you're pretty much acting like a Naga Siren, except you come online like, okay, they ban it. But, yeah, it's like 15 minutes before the Naga Siren is a Naga Siren, the alk is a better Naga Siren.
I actually think that the Kardel pick, even if they don't use it as well as Fnatic, taking it away from Fnatic is important. Do you see how many ganks Jimmy set up?
Dude, it was a really good Kardel.
Yeah,
they tinker warded for him because they killed the Morphling with an axe and a Kardel.
Yep.
Like, you don't normally see that kind of stuff happen. But yeah, I totally agree that Jimmy's Kardel play in the last game was on point. And the problem with, I think, like playing against Fnatic is that they actually have so many different heroes that their supports are good on. So like Ogre and Warlock and Kardel, like between those 3, even Undying, Nyx as well. I think I've seen AU play it. Yeah, when they were running the Pugna Nyx, AU was making really good rotations on that as well. So
AU also play things like Bounty Hunter, Riki, although they haven't picked Riki in particular for a while. So yeah, their hero pool is quite deep. I don't think you could target ban out a particular player.
If they wanted to, could like we saw that one Fnatic game where they went like Chen and what was the other one? Ohio Nature's Prophet.
Yeah.
If they wanted to run like a mid Warlock, I know it's a little bit out there, but it feels like they could really punish this lineup from not with the Naga Siren Coddle. Like, could they just go like all out aggression in the similar vein that we saw in that other game?
I think you wait a bit to see if you want to commit that hard. Because
Right.
yeah, right now this draft invites early game finish from Fnatic, but who knows? You know, Afu could pick up 3 anti-pushers and call it a day.
They've done a really good job though of preparing for that kind of stuff, right? So they take out Pugna, they take out Alk, 2 mid heroes that I would say are pretty good at dismantling a Naga lineup. One which pushes you so fast that you just don't have time, and the other one where the Alchemist just outfarms you and you can't get your items quick enough to really depush the lanes, whereas he's going to sit on 6 items at 25-30 minutes. So I think that WG have gone in a really good direction in regards to their bans and setting themselves up for getting enough time for Naga Siren to actually become a Naga Siren.
Ooh, Rubik.
I like this pick. I mean, he's becoming like super popular and obviously great against Warlock. Anything you steal is going to be amazing. And no field. You've been talking about wanting to see that leveled up throughout the entire qualifiers. I can't help but agree with you. Not to mention, just of course, his W being a huge source of D push as well.
So
Go ahead.
I was gonna say Rubik really came to popularity in the Chinese scene where OD is really a commonplace, and it's so nice to have an Astro on your side as well when you're looking to initiate / defend, and it's almost a guarantee kill, guarantee steal from an OD, and that's why you see Rubik being so popular lately. And speaking of OD, one of Mushi's go-to hero, still in the draft, not that bad against the Naga Illusions. Looks like we're gonna see a Timber for Ohio first though.
Yeah, it's obviously good against the Naga. It's kind of a double-edged sword. I feel playing against Rubik and Keeper, though, as supports, I feel like they can be moderately annoying. The worst, I think, is probably...
You mean for OD?
No,
or
for Timber.
Timber, okay.
Yeah. For Timber, I think it's annoying. Mana leak and stuff like that can be a nuisance. Instant disable with the Rubik. He can spell steal, and pretty much... I would say Timber Chain and Chakram are both really good steals for a Rubik.
Yeah, Timber's okay for escaping, but Chakram, you just go to town.
Yeah, you
buy
blast
Soul Ring and you just farm.
Ooh. This is actually pretty freaking greedy from WG. Picking up Storm and Naga. I mean, I guess...
You got Coddle to help you out with that mana regeneration in the mid game as well, and also, obviously being able to TP back home and then pull them back into the fray. This is a super maneuverable draft right now from Warriors Gaming Unity.
I mean, you say greedy, but look at what catch Fnatic has.
Well, it's not about the fact that they have a lot of catch, it's the fact that their lane presence is just massive. And you have a Rubik and a Coddle. So it's like...
Ain't bad. It's okay.
I mean, I defy you to play a level 1 Rubik against a level 1 Ogre and tell me how effective those right clicks are going to be.
You just run away, dude.
That's what I'm saying. They're going to have to just run away. So I think that Fnatic are going to have obviously an advantage in the lanes here. They're also going to get to counter pick mid, which is also another thing. So I guess they're just banning a Mushi hero here.
I mean, is this 100% Storm mid? Can you go Storm safe lane, Naga mid?
I mean, you could Naga mid.
One thing that I wonder if they might go for, and we've seen it a couple of times, is Coddle as part of an aggro tri-lane. Naga is traditionally, I mean, you've been able to play her in an aggro tri-lane as well. Is that something that you could try and do where you just have those blasts continually getting thrown out there, or is it too weak in the right-click department?
Against Jug, Warlock, Ogre, I think that's a pretty hard lane to win.
Okay.
Also, when you run an aggro tri, you want your other lanes to at least be kind of self-sustaining. I feel like Storm needs a bit help, depending what the last pick here for Fnatic is. Speaking of which, what do we expect Mushi to be playing?
How's Mushi's puck?
I mean, yesterday he ran around killing people.
So I'm thinking puck, personally.
All right.
I think it's really solid because it gives you initiation. You were saying they don't really have it right now. It's something that can just get on the supports too, which I really feel like they are lacking. They don't have that hero who can just go on a Keeper or go on a Rubik and just blow them up.
Okay, we're gonna see the Kang Axe. I think this is actually one of his best heroes. So.
Okay.
Although, the lane is not going to be great, right?
So one thing that they could do is jungle the axe and have Coddle in the off lane keeping the tower alive, which I think I've seen Warriors Gaming Unity run this before, and it was to pretty good success. But the problem was that it wasn't against lanes that are as strong as this. I don't know how well it would work, but I've at least seen them run it before.
I mean, the nice thing about Coddle and putting him in the off lane is that you can stay so far away that most of the time, you know, Warlock and Ogre don't necessarily have tremendous catch. You just don't want to right-click trade with them.
And if you just get a Windlace, your base movement speed is so fast that you could kind of just scuttle away.
Yeah. All right. So what's Mushi's hero?
Ten
TA's
like Puck.
banned. I mean, I like Puck too, but I don't know if they're waiting quite a while. Could be Queen as well, I guess. It's a Mushi favorite.
They could go Invoker. He's played Invoker. All
Nice
right,
Puck.
there it is.
Okay.
I mean, it gives you the quote-unquote guarantee kill against the Storm. And it's fairly good at evading Axe, so yeah, it's good stuff. Now, last time they picked Puck, they combined it with the Jimmy Kardel, which not only was it the beacon to keep calling Puck into wherever
Didn't
he
they
needs to
lose
go.
that game?
Yes, because they lost it to an Alk. They couldn't kill the
Yeah,
Alk
yeah,
ever.
okay.
But the combination they had in that game was, you know, Dream Coil into a Blinding Light. It was like a guaranteed
Guaranteed
5-man stun.
That's actually so sick.
Yeah, it is with the new improved Blinding Light. But
Dude, you get that Aghanims on Puck.
Oh my God.
You just stun.
I've been saying it for years. I see you get goals Ag Pug, and you always roll your eyes.
Because back then it was awful. Now it's actually good.
It's been always good.
That stun is forever. That lasts forever on the tether too.
All right,
10
we're
seconds
probably not gonna see Axe Pug this game. Although, if the game goes long enough, we might.
5
I don't think
seconds
it's that good
remaining.
against like heroes like Storm, for example.
No, it's not.
Because you can just fall out of the tether and you don't really get stunned. So I think Fnatic, they are definitely on a timer. Against Storm Naga, like the amount of wave clear that WG have this game and their ability to get around the map quickly, it's going to get real hairy for Fnatic if they can't establish early dominance.
This is like my favorite thing to do during pauses. I'm also outing myself as the obs this game, so that's great.
So when you miss kills, just blame me anyway, dude. Just be like, nice job,
Come on,
Drascal.
Eddie. Oh my goodness. But it's I love that they changed it around so they're all in a line now. You know what I mean? When they first all jump into the game. So
Oh, yeah.
it's good stuff. Well, we're not going to see level 1 Roches, but a whole heck of a lot of TPs moving out. AU is going to be trying to place himself a ward in the offlane. We'll run into X-Nova almost immediately. And looks like they'll just do a little shuffle step here.
Ooh, in the trees. You don't see me.
Yeah, they don't spot him.
That's, by the way, like a great spot to hide if you're doing the off lane. Just want to get that EXP.
It's kind of weird that the Ogre's hiding from the Kardel. Like,
No, he's trying to be sneaky, but the Ogre doesn't have that evasiveness.
look at that damage. 3 right clicks and he's almost back up.
I mean, he's gonna regenerate before it's
Do you really need to be evasive when you're just 8 armor at level 1?
Sometimes you want to be sneaky, dude.
What a hero.
I think if you want to be sneaky, you pick Bounty or Riki. You don't pick Ogre.
This is a neat little ward here as well. Going to be able to spot
30
out and
seconds to go.
also get the block on the camp. Always helpful. It looks like with that, both teams just going to stick to their own side of the river. Don't want to head out too far afoot.
This game, I think Fnatic are very they understand the situation that they're in. We need to push the pace really fast. We need to make sure that this Ajit Naga Siren doesn't get out of control. You know, obviously keeping Nana down too is going to be a bit of a task, but I think if they can just get map control early and they can get some towers, they should be in pretty good shape.
Illuminate not hitting too
Hit
many
Raven.
people. Okay, but Fatal Bond onto 4 or 3, and now the spin goes onto the Naga, dropping
Raven.
pretty low. And then Raven walks up a hill into a Remnant. They do get the Naga on the way out Storm, and a lot of trouble as well. Puck gets lifted, and it looks like the Illuminate clings him
Oh
down
my
as well.
God.
They're
Oh
now
my
going to support Warlock. He is very tanky, but keep in mind he does not have that heal. All right.
Oh, the
and Knight
jukes.
comes out. Puck.
Afu?
He's
Oh, Jimmy. Oh, Jimmy.
Oh, the body blocks too.
That
Oh,
was...
my goodness.
I'm telling you, man, he knows the tree is literally better than anybody. Forget just the US, anywhere.
All right, well, Fnatic, they're pretty happy with that one. You take down the Storm, you take down the Naga. You do lose your 2 cores as well, but I don't know.
WG got first blood though. I don't think the equation is as clear cut.
It showed it into the favor of Fnatic
Okay.
by about 800 or so.
I don't know if it record. I don't
I'm
know
not sure if they recorded the first blood.
Yeah, that's kind of what I think too, because the recap is a little bit buggy, and sometimes it counts stuff, and sometimes it doesn't.
The recap lies. Stats don't lie.
Well, it does look like they're going to be having a one-on-one matchup here, Axe versus Timbersaw, which is always interesting to watch. Do you guys have a personal favorite in this Battle of the Bruisers?
Axe until level 6,
Okay.
usually. The thing about Axe is that he actually just kills the wave so much faster than Timber can, but Timber can just tank an infinite amount of creeps. So the Axe shoves the wave into the tower, and then Kangaroo, he wants to be able to pull that camp, obviously, but you can see that the ward placement actually blocks the camp because they anticipated that there would be a 1v1.
Okay.
So, yeah, he's going in, but...
I mean, you could get super lucky and get, you know, some spins, but that still won't really cut it.
He's going for the double points of
Oh,
whirling
okay.
death, manning up against Kangaroo,
This is
trying to
dangerous.
bring him down.
Actually,
You got
just
only
follow
seconds.
him. Oh, no, never mind. He's
got a self. He should be fine. But yeah, usually when you're playing like an Axe or a Tidehunter, you shove the lane super hard and you just pull the camp. So nice foresight here from Fnatic, understanding the matchup and not allowing Kangaroo to just get that free way to control the lane.
On bottom lane.
Ohio top lane. The spins, Jesus! If he gets one more, he's dead. Oh, unfortunate.
nothing to aggro that spin, dude.
You remember when he said that he was just going to spin a million times? His mid Nana's also probably dead too. See you later.
Oh my goodness!
That one's on me. I'll take the blame. And top again. Kangaroo's going ham. Let's go, Gabe. Come
Get
on.
him! Not gonna get him.
He backed off. He's a coward.
You know,
It's fine,
this is
though.
what you need to do. You follow him with your hero, and then you put your camera to the bottom lane. You aggro on one of the enemy heroes.
Oh, yeah.
And
There
just
you go.
spin, dude.
Demon?
Just spin for the win.
Right clicks?
He's
Not gonna
got
be
the
enough.
heal, man. Shadow Word is like,
Too OP.
get off me.
Well, everybody very low in all of these lanes. It's been kind of a bruising style of Dota so far, but I think one of the bigger stories is Puck is having a really good time against the Storm Spirit in the mid lane.
Yeah.
It's standard. Like, Puck wins that lane pretty handily, I would say. And the
this-
funny part is he doesn't even have a stick or anything. He just, like, standard no bottle.
He's gonna get that second no as well. This is Mushi we're talking about.
He's going... Is he going second null?
Yeah, for the Veil too, right?
Yeah,
that's what I
Pull
expect.
back, bottom lane, Demon, they're on top of him, doing a good bit of damage, and Rubik actually standing tall here. They're going to turn now onto X-Nova, and he is going to end up dropping, I believe, but Ajit is there as well, drops out the Illusion. Spam also has another Riptide, but not going to go for it as of yet.
This game's a freaking bloodbath, dude. Just people dying everywhere.
I like the before I die card. I'm gonna give you mana. Here's one on the roll for you.
The ultimate support. Man, this is such a frustrating lane to play in, though, for the Naga Siren. You get Shadow Worded, you get Fatal Bonds, Ignites all over your face.
The thing that's really a big turnaround for this game, though, in comparison to Game 1 for WG is the fact that, you know, Ohio is not just crushing. He's actually, you know, CS-wise, he was losing his lane pretty hard to Kangaroo, who has made his way to middle lane.
Pump fake. All right, pulled back in. They got him. Apu are in the area, and they're going to be able to find that kill.
Good stuff. This Axe is going to be like the shining hope of WG for the foreseeable future. If he continues this raid and he gets like a decently timed blink, he can be like the space creator that his team needs him to be, so that, you know, the Naga Siren and Nana can kind of catch up. Because the Storm he was kind of getting wrecked mid until that gank happened.
Yeah, Storm doesn't have any stacks to really fall back upon, and I think any stacks that is created is probably gonna go to the Naga eventually. So yeah, I agree. This Axe, you think this is gonna be a Vanguard game where you could make a pit stop, or you think it's a dire enough situation where you have to go for the blink first?
See, I don't know, like, I watch a lot of Axe games, and I'm never really able to really understand the distinction of when they decide that it's okay to go Blink and when they decide that it's okay to go Vanguard. Because, like, 9 games out of 10, it's Vanguard.
Right.
I very seldom see, like, Trank right into Blink.
Okay. I mean, I guess on part of it, you also look at what your teammates could do when that initiation comes out. You have Illuminate to combo through, but that's pretty much it. So I think with that said, you probably do go for the safe Vanguard first.
The wraparound play is going to be here. Afu making stuff happen in these early stages, and they do get off the wall of death before it ends up happening, but there's the dunk. Axe brings down that Timber.
All right.
And Ayu, very deep.
What
are you doing here, buddy? Afu all over the map right now, though. They are going to be able to find that kill. Ignite doing a good bit of damage, but I think he's going to live through it.
Oh, two
my
health.
God.
2 health.
Calculated. Well done.
That guy's the 3rd highest MMR in the C server, guys.
Okay.
Showing there.
Dire's top tower is under
Man, that's actually so heartbreaking for him. If he gets that kill, it's so worth it. Oh, looks like we're going to lose the Coddle as well.
Tried to get the deny to neutrals, but
Yeah.
not quite there.
Raven going in.
They're just all over the map right now. I mean,
Dude, this is
13
what I
kills.
expect when I see Dota. I expect to see battling.
They're going to now find it. They have the Chakram, and Kangaroo in some trouble trying to TP out. Not going to be there. Do find the kill with the Ogre.
That was pretty optimistic.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Kind of an interesting situation we found ourselves in. As I mean, Axe is still leading the charge. I was kind of agree with you that I feel like we always see Axe go Vanguard nowadays. Do you think that you need to like try and go into the jungle and steal away some of that from the Dire side, or do you just sort of play it a little bit more, running into a lane and letting the Rubik get the initiation and finding kills that way?
I think staying in the lane is a safer bet, because I mean, Mushi can rotate pretty easily. The hero has long-range initiation. You only have a Rubik and a Kardel, so it's not, you know, it's like what Lumi was saying earlier. You don't necessarily have great follow-up. So pressuring the lane is what Axe does best, I feel.
Well, now that Timber turned level 6 or 7,
It's a lot harder.
Maybe not so much anymore. I would actually just go to my jungle and just call it a day. Lane lift into nothing. A silence comes out. Maybe a bull. No, just Remnant and right clicks here. Jumping forward one more time, and they do get the puck. But we said that Mushi technically has a better lane matchup, but since then, both Axe and Rubik has rotated there, and I gotta say, this Rubik has been pretty impressive so far.
Yeah, Apu has been in every single one of his team's kills, actually.
Yep. Oh god.
Kangaroo trying to dodge it out. Does still have 10 stick charges, and with Afu here as well, I mean, they could go for this. Yeah, they're not going to go. Might have been a little bit too scary there.
It is pretty risky. I mean, Timber does an immense amount of damage. And he's not even gone for like the tanky build either. He went for the 2-2-2, so he's got a relatively good amount of burst. He's even going to get bottled up here by Mushi, and they do have coil, so maybe looking for some kind of counter kill.
Rubik's out of there, so that means we're going to see a Radiant kill on the bottom lane. Because he is the lucky man here for the team right now.
Maybe. They do have AU in the area. They're scouting
they're
out
committing
with
hard to
the
this.
Lugans, and
Are we going to song for this? Song is not even available, so I'm not exactly sure how they're going to catch up. There is going to be a lift, and again, into a call, into a dunk.
Demon gone, just like that.
Wherever Rubik goes, that's where we're going to see kills.
He's really just gotten so much done, and I think this is why, you know, you were asking the other day why it is that we've been seeing less points in the no field. That added additional initiation range with telekinesis.
Sure. I mean, you don't get no field till I think 8 or 9 anyways.
Right. Yeah, it used to be like 2-4-4.
Right.
Before they nerfed telekinesis the first time. And now people are just like, okay, well, some people actually prefer going 4-4-0 nowadays, depending on the lineup.
And then you get the try-hard that goes like 1-4-4.
Yeah. Gotta get that max reduction, dude.
Is that the mid build?
No, that's just support.
No, Rubik, actually, he does go mid sometimes.
Yeah. We saw Miracle do it in the EU qualifiers, I think. I think that's the
We're not all 9k though, come on.
That's true, fair enough. Mushi is still getting somewhat bullied in the lane now that Naga has gotten a good bit of farm and topping him off pretty heavily.
So my question to you guys is, can a puck have this sort of very mediocre start and justify the pick itself, you think?
He's actually died 3 times,
Yeah.
but I think as long as, you know, they get some ganks, it's alright.
Oh, look at this guy.
Stolen spin.
He's cool.
Oh my god, what a cool
Well,
fella.
an axe, but you know, he's fine. He's an axe. He's
They
gonna
have,
run through trees.
they had Omni, but not close enough.
Storm Spirit here turns now on to Mushi, bringing him low. It's going to orb away, but not a ton of mana left. Stick charge is still available. The healing ward doing a
Out of
good bit
mana.
as well. Maybe.
Okay.
Killing. All right.
Oh god, this is gonna be so painful.
Oh, Kangaroo.
Don't mess it up.
Get
Don't
the
mess
call.
it up.
Hits it on to 3. Dunk 1. Can they get dunk 2? Trying to bring him, but a good silence keeps them alive. And out. Apu lifts. Stun on to 2. He is going to be brought low. The spin forward. Xnova also turned upon the chain through as well. Kangaroo in some trouble. He tries to find him, but Ohio gets a double. Huge plays from Fnatic right there.
All right, I got a couple of problems with how that last team fight went. Storm jumped with all his mana, never focusing the healing war, so it just brought Puck back to, I don't know, half HP. All right, you get a great 4-man call, but again, where's the follow-up? I don't think they combined it with the Luminate. Was Akato even channeling one? I'm not even sure.
I don't know. I'm not even sure he was he even there?
He was there, he died, right?
Okay.
And then fight,
Maybe,
so.
I don't know. I didn't know where the cuddle was because I was watching the call, but...
So, as good as I looked, like, there was no damage.
Yeah, I mean it's true, but on the other side of it, you could say that songing like that is ultra greedy when you know that all your team really has to do is delay the game.
Yeah, they could have just ran away and...
Yeah, they could have just walked away, held song, continued to farm. Like Fnatic weren't looking to commit anymore to an engagement as top lane, Jimmy.
Yeah, this should be a pretty quick and easy one. They take him down, and by the way, the dream is real. Afu has Chakram now, so probably going to be dealing the most amount of damage on his team.
That's your creeps? That's the dream spell, actually.
Yeah.
Okay, his team needs to help him. Dear God, help that man.
Now he's getting out. Walk it off.
Oh, easy peasy for Rubik.
Yo, if he actually threw a Chakram and Fade Bolted, he would have killed Ohio.
That would have been awesome.
That would have been the play. I mean, sure, he's fearing for his life because, you know, Fnatic are there with like a million heroes, but I think killing Ohio and dying is actually still worth it.
Alright, so given the nature of how this game, where you wait for your Naga to do things, if you're the Storm, are you also going for the greedy farm Bloodstone build, or is this actually one of the few rare games that you go Orchid?
He is going Orchid, yeah.
Okay.
It actually,
do you agree with this choice?
It owns 3 of their heroes so bad. Like, it destroys Timber, destroys Puck, destroys Warlock.
Okay.
And Timber isn't going back for anything like a Lotus Orb to deal with the mana leak or anything else, so he's going to have mana leak on him. I think, yeah, you got at least 1 point in that for Kardel, and on top of that, the Orchid. So, I don't know, this could be a little bit interesting, and Blink Dagger is done, so Axe went for that early. I think this is the right play also. Again, bearing in mind the Naga Siren.
I don't know. I think having the discussion that we made earlier, I think Axe should have gone for Vanguard.
Well, I guess the justification is he has 2 heroes that are going to eat a ridiculous amount of farm on the map. And Vanguard, you need to farm more in order to get to Blink.
Right.
And he really just wants his 2 cores to get farm.
But those 2 cores don't use the Ancients like he does, right? In fact, they can't use the Ancients. So I don't think it actually directly competes with the
Yeah,
Storm.
but who's stacking those Ancients? 'Cause
Rubik can.
Rubik was killing everyone, Lumi.
X-Nova? If you get out of this one, yeah, that's no way.
I think the biggest issue with like going for an Ancient stack in this type of game is that it's like beyond greed to do something like that.
Fnatic's bringing the fight to you, it's more time, right? Whether you have time to go for the stacks, take the stacks yourself, unharassed. I don't know. I mean, let's see how much this Blink's gonna do. Don't get me wrong, Blink's always a core item.
Yeah, of course.
But it's more of a, you know, whether you want to Vanguard on top of that.
He just needs to be able to pressure the map. And right now, since WG don't have Radiance up on Ajit yet, they need to
play. Jump forward on to He's gone. There's a Blink. That's the one you needed, but a ton of damage being dealt out to Nana. He is going to live through that one. Fatal Bond is still doing a lot. Nana needs to survive through this. It looks like he probably will, but they've already lost the Axe and now also in trouble. The Rubik is going to die. But Storm survived, so...
Why is he still hanging around the tier 2? Just
I don't know.
Home. Just go home, my man, because this is what happens! Oh, Storm Spirit! Rishi comes out of nowhere, gets a double for the team. Just go home, friend. Just go home.
He didn't even have a Blink. He just casually walked up and dreamed. That was...
That's a tower.
Yeah.
That's potentially qualifier losing. Like,
that was pretty unfortunate. The crazy thing about that fight is, you know, the Naga Siren had TP, had Song. I think in those types of situations, you know, obviously if you're Ajit, you never actually want to go to those fights because you're not farming during that time. But man, Nana was just... That's like B-level reason. That's like literally me sitting in my lane at 10% HP and farming for like 2 minutes and then dying and then just laughing because I know I shouldn't be there.
The other thing about that, it's another reason, and it shows why a lot of axes are going Vanguard. You jump in, you find one pickoff, but then you also end up dying in that. Like, if he had Vanguard, he probably still goes down, but maybe he gets a couple more spins off first.
Or he takes more damage from the team, so his teammates don't die.
I think we're missing an important point that if he had Vanguard, he wouldn't have Blink.
That's fair enough. Okay.
He doesn't even have enough money for both items.
Got you, you're here for the analysis.
You see how Mushi got a double kill without Blink?
He's not a puck.
They could just flop-flop his way in.
Flop-flop?
Get that 2-man call.
Is that a technical term
That
now?
is the...
Can I get that with hummus? Is that...
Dude, that sounds delicious.
That's called initiation axe, the flopple.
Yeah, but I think in these type of situations, he just didn't want to over-greed. Although I say that, and they offensively
Have you looked at the Storm?
Dude, they offensively songed bottom, and then they tried to fight a 4v5. I mean, the fight actually looked like it was going pretty well.
They killed Puck right from the get-go.
Yeah, they killed him straight away, and then Chakram stolen again here.
Rubik is kind of keeping them in the game. Like, his plays...
I mean, he was. He's kind of feeding now.
Well,
dude, it's a
Rubik
Rubik
feeding. I don't know.
And
Maybe.
he's pretty much on his own, let's be honest.
You mean his team is like doing random stuff, he's the only one?
I mean, his team is farming, that's the thing, right? So, you're playing like... Oh, God.
Yeah, Afu gonna try and TP out again. Do they drop the rock? Don't even need it. They use the Dream Coil. The Relic is coming up soon for Naga. Like, how much does well, not the relic, but the eventual Radiance changed the game. It does it at all? Like, does they have to get it before all the tier 2s are gone?
It changes it a fair bit. I mean, you still need heroes that are going to be dedicated split pushing after the Radiance comes out. I mean, that's the whole purpose of Naga, is for lane control. The problem I think that they're going to run into is Ohio's Timber. It's going to have like Boots of Travel and Bloodstone before the Naga Siren even has the Radiance, and that's a problem because he just destroys the illusion super fast.
Yeah, I mean, coming into this game, we know that the clock is the Naga, right? And I think things are progressing as planned for Fnatic. And it comes down to this, like, next 10 to 15 minutes, whether they close out the game.
Well, we do also have Blade Mail that's coming up soon on Axe. We also talked about the Orchid being completed. It does feel like with good movement and, as you said, you know, lane control, that type of stuff. I mean, their vision game is not so bad right here. They spot out all of this movement. They see Mushi moving to the bottom lane. So they realize where the threats are coming. It feels like they can still hold out for a very long time.
I mean, they can, but, you know, you have all your outer tier towers dead, and a matter of holding out is just not enough sometimes because you're not being efficient on the map. And that's the worry, because if you have this hero that's able to teleport from lane to lane like a Timber with bots and just clear the waves and never have to go back to base, then your Naga Siren is going to be a lot less effective than you would want it to be. Although, that being said, he's not actually going for the bots. He appears to be either going for a Yules, which I would assume is the case.
Going against Orchid and Leak, right? Like, you kind of have to have some sort of defense.
Yeah, absolutely.
Lotus
but I mean,
or Yules.
Bots are on the table at some point for that hero.
Yeah.
Like, it's just so synergistic with the way that he wants to play.
I gotta say, I'm not sure what I agree with the Kardel skill build decision. He is maxing Mana League, which, yes, it's great against Keeper.
He's not... Wait, what? Say that
Sorry.
again? I just totally got lost in what you're talking about.
I'm looking at TV like a mile away, okay? I saw three stars.
You said the max Mana Leak is good against Keeper, and you can't Mana Leak yourself.
No, I thought he was maxing Mana League, which is good against Timber.
Yeah.
But I think this game, he needs to max Illuminate first and foremost, because...
But he doesn't want to take farm. He wants to help Naga farm. So he follows the Naga around the map and spams Chakra. So
which I
Ajit doesn't
understand,
have
but
to
there
go
will
base.
come to a point they're going to be in front of your base. And Keeper is not one of those heroes that says, all right, give me 3 points in this Illuminate right now.
Kangaroo? Kangaroo? Okay. That was close.
Oh, it's scary.
He's crazy.
He does have his Blade Mail up and online now, though, so they might be able to defend this tier 2 tower mid. Again, they don't have Chakram, but they have Bloodlust to throw onto the Storm Spirit. He jumps in, kills off the ward. You are living life dangerously right there, man. And they silence up the Puck, thinking about going back in. Nana very low on mana again.
Do you actually want to fight this?
He is insane, honestly.
Waning Rift is actually such a good spell, though, for Apu to have. Like, that's a prime steal. Because the silence on the heroes like Puck, for example, or pretty much anybody who wants to close the gap like Timber, you just destroy them with that spell.
Well, looks like they've at least slowed the siege, and I guess the Storm Spirit jumping in right there and killing off the healing ward was super value.
Yeah, that's what he actually needs to do every fight, because the other way, I guess, is Naga Siren Illusion goes in and does it, but there's a good chance that Illusion dies before it does what it's supposed to.
Oh, and we reached that point. Ajit, Radiance up and online.
The clock has now started.
Okay.
A lot of people have this misconception of that once the Radiance is done, or at the time until the Radiance is a timer, but that's not true. It's after the Naga has Radiance plus like 2 items. Yeah. That's the real timer.
Radiant spots Yasha, Manta, or Octarine after that.
I kind of like going for, because one other thing here is he's got a lot of points in Chakra Magic, so that cooldown reduction is Storm Spirit just takes down the Warlock. Oh man.
Good pick. That's what they need, you know, they pick one support, forces Fnatic back. They don't have to get a core kill, they just have to get a kill that's going to make Fnatic less incentivized to go for objectives. Because the more time they buy, the better.
They don't spot out the Ogre right yet. It is nighttime now. They spotted him during that daytime, but it looks like Nana's just going to keep farming. And a regen rune in hand. Things are lining up for Warriors Game and Unity right here. Fnatic definitely need to be careful.
It's starting to get a bit stressful, because if you look at Fnatic's lineup, yeah, they can push out the waves. They got this really farm Timber. They got Raven, who's pretty much been free farming the entire game, but they're not really that good at killing Roshan. And in those types of scenarios, you know, Warriors Gaming, their lineup is still good around Roche.
I would say Warrior Gaming is much better at fighting at Roche, right? They got Psalm, they got Storm. They could come in and steal so easily.
So this problem that Fnatic are running into is they don't have any way of realistically securing the Roshan to go for more objectives, because that's kind of what you need right now. You need an Aegis on somebody, because the fights are actually going to get closer and closer due to the lead of Fnatic not really being as maybe as big as they want it to be.
Oh, all right. Going in on Ohio in the top lane. Yule Scepter lift up. They do have Waning Rift coming in from the Rubik. They pull in the middle of the Timber Chains, lift back in. Now they have the silence to follow it up. Nicely played there as well. Gonna be able to take him out, possibly Ohio. Very low. They catch the call. Kangaroo makes the play. That was so well executed.
Man, that was sick, actually.
I thought Nana was going for a solo kill. It's like, there's no way he will get this, but 2-3 heroes came out. Nicely done. It was a perfect chain stun.
That Waning Rift, yeah, that was really clutch. That steal ended up securing them a kill that I don't think there's any other spell they steal that kills him there.
Oh.
It's pretty much the only one.
Omni Slash maybe, but
even Omni, because if he timbers at the right time, the Omni bounce won't follow him. Yeah. It goes too fast.
Well, suddenly.
Okay. Nana's crazy, dude. He just does what he wants.
That signals that Coddle's back there.
He has no mana. He just jumps forward.
The Remnant doesn't see him. The Remnant doesn't see him.
Oh. No vision. No vision.
Lord of the Trees.
Yo, that's a Storm nerf right there.
Mushi. They stun out the axe. The Dream Coil's already been used. Nana is out of mana. Omni Slash wants to get out of there. They're looking for more, but...
Man, Warrior Gaming just want to fight, even when they're not really capable of fighting. Storm had no mana. Axe goes for a call.
Dude, Nana is crazy.
He actually
This team is crazy, like, overall.
I think there's actually something else too on the side of Fnatic that's worth noting is the fact that Raven did go back for Battle Fury. So it looks like Fnatic are not going to take the super aggressive route and just try to ram into high ground or, you know, take Roshan, but they're going to put themselves in a better position if the game does end up going to that later game phase.
Which is?
I mean, it's
pretty much
going to happen.
Yeah.
I mean, what do you think about that? Like, do you think that there's a tactical mistake at all? It kind of feels like Naga Siren late game is just impossible to deal with almost.
It's not a mistake. It's more just a matter of Fnatic don't want to run the risk of trying to high ground too early or trying to high ground without Aegis and then end up losing a fight. And because of the fact that they commit like mid-game oriented items, like say he goes for Diffusal and Manta instead of or drums instead of going for the Battle Fury, then he has literally no way of catching up.
Right.
And then the Naga Siren's just going to be ahead of him forever. But if he goes Battle Fury, at the very least, he's saying that if the game extends, which they're kind of assuming that it's going to, that he's going to have some items to be able to contest the Naga.
Although I agree with this item choice, I'm not sure whether I agree whether Fnatic can win this late game.
Ohio, they got him again. They're pulling one back in. Axe is there. Call onto two. A nice jump away, though. Puck is going to be able to survive through it. But again, Ohio on his Timber Saw. It's going down, and they got eyes on Mushi. Ohio, they lift. He's stuck there. Now they find him.
Toss right into a call.
Afu has been playing out of his mind. This guy winning games.
Yeah, he's actually carrying pretty hard. The spells that he's stolen, his positioning on the map, his laning phase, like ganking top. He ganked every single lane actually, didn't he?
Yep.
He's just been everywhere. This guy's actually crazy. We say Nana's crazy because he's literally crazy, but Afu's crazy because he's good.
Which
I'd rather be that.
I mean, obviously Nana's also
I'm not
really
gonna connect
good.
the dots for you there, but yeah.
All right. Well, Afu, his chakram's coming back to him. Ohio's kind of mad about the situation, but they do need to be careful. Coddle is over here.
Oh, it's a bait, dude. He can TP out of this anytime he wants. She will.
Yule Scepter in some trouble.
Okay.
Okay, he paid for his indiscretions that time.
No, they had two heroes around him. They're like, nah, you're good. They could have easily mana leaked and blinding light. No, it was on cooldown.
It was just a bad judgment in the situation. He just probably didn't know that Ohio had Yules.
I mean, I think he forgot.
Well, yeah, either that. It's a lapse in judgment, you know. You're just like, whoops, had a Yules. We've all been there.
Storm Spirit now, I'm assuming this is going back for the Bloodstone, is going to jump again onto the Warlock, and, well, no great way to stop it.
There's a mesh. It looks like he'll be fine.
Kangaroo catch.
Oh, he missed the dunk.
Still finds the kill. Nicely played. Nova can pull somebody back into here. This could rapidly scale into a real engagement.
Alright, so I have a theoretical reason as to why Nana is so crazy.
Okay.
You're playing against Storm, right? If you're playing like in a support capacity or you know the Storm is really farmed, if the Storm is running at you, you're just inherently like, oh crap, there's a Storm running at me. But you never bother to check his mana. You're just always like, oh god, he's gonna kill me.
What do you count these players are like 2k pubs? Of course you check a Storm's mana. That's the first thing you check as a support. How much mana does he have?
I know, it's fine. But that's the thing,
He's just
right?
crazy.
He just plays like he always has full mana.
I mean, he has a Kardel.
I mean, in some situations, if it's super chaotic, you might not actually click the hero.
That's true.
If Kardel's around too, we haven't seen it yet, but I want to check out some of that double remnant action. That'd be pretty cool stuff too.
What's pull cooldown? 18?
Yeah.
Double pull's not really a thing, I guess.
Double battle hunger, dude.
That actually,
That-
how long is that? That down
5
to
second cooldown.
so 0.8 seconds where you won't be berserker called. Oh, battle hunger.
Battle hunger.
No man, call. What are you talking about?
Well, call's still like a 5-second cooldown, isn't there? 4?
It would be
don't
so
think
it's
it's short enough
3.2 second duration. So you would have 0.8 seconds where if you could also disable them during that time. Damn. That
And
might
then you
be-
get a refresher, and you get like 4 calls fresh around both heroes.
And
Easy.
then you
All
die in
Octarine,
Abyssal Blade,
Octarine
and then you
content.
get double Abyssal.
right, we're all fired actually. we're out of here.
Alright, seems like everybody's doing this beak and recall thing. The way to play Kado.
Yeah.
Coddle Storm is actually so good at defending.
They've really taken back complete map control. And I mean, look at the net worth. It's only a 2,500 net worth lead into the
that's-
favor of Fnatic.
Well, we said it during the draft. If Odjit gets to his items, it's gonna get hard for Fnatic.
Yep.
Like they don't have necessarily good ways of taking fights. They can control the lanes, and they can stop the Naga Siren from like whittling down tier 2s and whatnot and buy their time. It's just gonna come down to who makes mistakes. Because when the lanes are so split up all the time and heroes are just all over the map, like in all 3 lanes,
Yep.
you just see small skirmishes. You never see big fights.
And to me, it's so easy to make a mistake against the Storm. Like, you see Storm just jumping up mid. He wasn't even going to get that kill, but it's just the pressure that he has on the map. Very similar to what I think Fnatic did last game. Remember, they had the Kado Axe just recall going for the Morphling. Sometimes they get the kills, sometimes they don't, but the fact that you just keep pressuring on the other heroes just gives your core so much room to do whatever he wants to do.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
now-
it's getting close to that point, right? Where Nana can just pretty much do whatever.
I think we're already at that point.
Dream Coil X Nova is going to die. They're not going to use the song for this one. Ajit want to make sure that he's survivable, but over here in the top lane also, Nana was going a little bit on a Timbersaw. They're kind of spread out here. Yule Scepter lift up onto Afu. He's in a little bit of trouble. Throws out the telekinesis. It's going to drop Mushi. Still alive for the moment, and well, he is going to get ran down. They find that kill. All the lanes pushing though while this is happening. So can't really find a way to stop it. Nana even takes the tower off the back of it.
What is Kado's levels right now?
He's level 9.
Okay.
He's the lowest in the game.
That's personally why I don't like maxing chakra magic anymore. Like, you just stay at this level for such a long time because your inability to do anything.
I mean, I think it's more the fact that he's playing against heroes now that if he gets initiated on, he is just dead. Like
no. More so the fact that you don't get to a level 11 because you can't hit creeps. I mean, again, you want to give the farm to Storm as well as Naga, but I think this hero at least wants 11.
Had he done it earlier, saying he might be a higher level now.
Right.
I suppose, but again, it just comes down to the farm distribution.
Yeah, I mean, maxing chakra, there's no disagreement that it's good this game, right? Like, it's just more of how they're playing it, which...
You just mean like cause and effect.
Yeah, cause and effect. And
Mushi?
okay.
Nice.
Oh my god, does he have a Yules? Doesn't need it. Boom. Kangaroo.
He didn't even pop the DD for that one. He pops it afterwards. Oh wait, maybe he did. All right.
Is
yeah,
there
he
still
did.
that bug where if you're mid-ball and you pop a rune, you don't get it? That used to be a bug on Storm. Where like if you had a DD and you popped it in mid-animation of Ball Lightning, you just wouldn't get the rune.
I'm not sure.
That used to drive me freaking crazy. I just can't actually remember if it's still a thing or if they fixed it.
I'm a support player. I never get to.
I'm sure Twitch chat knows.
You don't get
I just
DD
have.
runes.
I actually don't know if they fixed it or not because I don't play that much Storm anymore.
Look at this, just cutting his way through the creep waves.
Does he have vision on the...
No, the Remnant Vision got nerfed pretty hard. He doesn't even see Jimmy.
But he will spot them now. And jumps in on top of Demon as soon as he spots them. Pull is there, but there's the stun from the Ogre keeping him alive. As Afu is still containing them though, and Yule Scepter lift up. Ohio, they drop the rock, dodges the stun. Nana, get out of there. TP to the high ground, and he's out of there.
Nana's crazy. In a good way this time.
Yeah.
Makes it work. I mean, that's Warlock ulti down.
Yeah, and there's nothing really they can get objective-wise for it. Although I would say that it's probably harder to utilize Rock right now. In that case, Fnatic are just gonna go ahead and just do the Roshan play. You can see that Ajit is like cutting all two lanes right now, sending the third illusion actually to scout Roshan. Probably already knew what was going on, but just wanted to be sure.
There's no way that Nana doesn't go for this, right?
Yeah, you just walk in and saw
Dude,
right?
he is crazy. He's going in.
Does he drop the TP?
I don't
Drop
think
that TP,
Fnatic
man.
aren't getting Rosh any lower.
Alright, yeah.
Okay, the illusion saw Rosh health. I don't think they're gonna even try anymore.
Oh
long
my
jump.
god! Nana on top of him, takes down Mushi on the other side of the map.
Dude, they're owning actually.
They are destroying Fnatic.
All right. What is the comeback here for Fnatic? Does Ajit have to like run himself into the tier 4s twice?
No, I still think Fnatic have a shot at winning. I mean, sure, the window of opportunity is getting smaller, but you know, all it takes is like one of those mistakes where a core dies, and then you just get all the lanes pushed out again, and then Ajit pretty much has to start from ground zero. That kind of thing is what Fnatic actually need at the moment.
Okay.
Although with Mushi being dead and Roshan being at half health, this is a bit problematic.
Yeah, they do not have buyback on Mushi, so even if they wanted to, they can't do it. And, I mean, if they need to, they can just pop Song for this at the end of the life.
Yeah. And keep in mind that they don't have Rock, because Jimmy used it a while back.
Yeah. Well, they do...
All right. Got the last hit. He got the last hit on Roche. Nice.
That's pretty awesome. Yule Scepter lift up, but I don't think they go any further here.
That was calculated by Ohio. What a player.
That was awesome. I guess the problem, though, is that you still have now an Aegis on the Storm who has already been just so willing to jump on top of your supports. Like, if you're Jimmy right now or AU, you are feeling so afraid.
Yeah, you're pretty much going to die every fight at this point. You just kind of have to accept that. The only thing that really counters a Storm as a support at this stage in the game is like Ghost Scepter and Glimmer Cape, because the Storm himself won't always have room for detection.
Yeah.
So you can just bank on that, and okay, he balls on me, he wastes a ton of mana, I Glimmer and walk away, or I Ghost and walk away. But the problem is they don't have that money. Like, AU, he has quite a bit of money, but he's going for the Guardian Greaves build that we so often see.
You know what's so cool about this, too? They're sending out the Naga illusions to scout out for Storm, and he just balls from the other side of the map. Like, he's done that 2 or 3 times now onto Mushi, and like that last one, he was just barely able to get off the illusory orb, and then afterwards, jaunt. Like, it's actually terrifying.
Well, this is the problem playing Puck against Storm, is in the laning phase you have a huge advantage, and then for maybe like another 10 to 15 minutes you're still pretty good against the Storm because you can ensure that he dies in a fight. But once the Storm gets ahead of the Puck by like a lot, all of a sudden you are food for the Storm. Like the roles completely reverse. And you can see by how aggressive Nana's playing that he recognizes this. He's going to get purged though by the rules.
Silence not going to quite be there in time, and he does just run away in some trouble. Dream Coil isn't going to be brought down as well. He still has Aegis available, but there's the jump away. Juggernaut in the meantime kills off the Axe, so Nana loses his Aegis. They lose the Axe.
They could kill him there if they rock properly here.
The
but
Song.
Oh my god.
Good save.
Are they actually gonna think about turning back? Yule Scepter picks him up. Maybe the Rock can combine it?
Silence. He doesn't have any way to break this. Nana in some trouble. Control. Is he gonna go down? Oh my god, just barely out of there.
Ohio's going for it.
All right, Timber Chain left up.
again?
Needs to find this. He's
Oh
gonna be
my
able to
God.
get him.
He could have just made a long jump.
All right, Nana. That was...
Nana's crazy. I mean, he balled behind a tier 2 tower, forced his teammate to Song, and then got his Aegis, lost his Aegis like all in the span of about a minute. That was, remember when I said all it really takes is like that one death?
Yeah, but he has Bloodstone, so he's back.
I mean, he's back, but at the same time, that gives a tremendous amount of momentum back to Fnatic.
As long as Ajit doesn't mess up his Naga play, I think the game still is in WG's back.
I mean, look at it. All the lanes are still being pushed out. They're cutting bottom even as well. Like, it's really hard for Fnatic to do anything.
Actually, maybe not. If you check over to Mushi's inventory, he's going for Hex, right?
Yep.
A good Blink Hex against Naga. That could...
With Timber as well.
Yeah.
Timber damage is really high. I think he's going for, he's going for Ags next too, so his burst damage is going to be even higher than that. And don't underestimate Ogre either, man. Like, multicast during late game? Late game multis are no joke. You take a ton of damage.
The reason they got the Storm kill was, half the damage came from Ogre, just from that multi. So.
He got a 3 times multi.
Does he go back for Axe for even more lockdown in this game, or do you just go for the normal Greaves?
You go for the Greaves, because the mech actually cuts into your mana pool so much that having the Greaves really helps out. And of course you're up against Orchid, so having the Greaves to get rid of that is good stuff.
Yeah, he got the Greaves now. But the nice thing about Axe too is that you don't actually ever need mana to stun.
True.
So you can always stun even if you're like completely at that point. But yeah, Lumi's on point with the Guardian Greave purchase.
Ooh, that 35-minute Midas.
Alright.
I mean, this game...
Oh, Nana. He is going to go for it, but they break the smoke on the illusions. That was a 5-person smoke, and now the jump in call, a little bit of miscommunication between Warriors Gaming. Nana jumps in as well. Omni Slash gonna connect, bringing Axe down and stunned for the moment. Nana needs to get out of here.
He doesn't have that much mana.
Song. Okay, but Mushi is still here. They're controlling him.
Oh, he's trying to. Oh, nice.
Oh man,
Yules,
it's not going to be
Yules,
enough
Yules.
though. Oh. Whoa, okay, his
Timber-
Yules was on cooldown.
Timber
Yeah,
had
it
one
was-
too,
yeah,
but
it
he
was-
wasn't nearby, I guess.
He wasn't close.
Yeah.
He had the Timber Chain first.
Well, now he has his Yules, and on top of Mr. Afu is going to, I think, be brought down. Yeah, there's the chopper.
He misfired!
wow.
No, that would have been so legit, actually.
Oh my god.
The Fnatic are still keeping this pretty close.
So, was there any need necessary for WG to fight there at all? To me, they just keep playing the Naga game.
I think the Axe saw an opportunity to jump Mushi, and he just got phase shift dodged.
Okay.
And then after that, like, the Axe is already committed. He realized his mistake and tried to TP with BKB and Call Armor, but Raven just did a little bit too much damage.
They didn't take them all out. They actually got 3 creeps down here to the bottom lanes. This is going to break backdoor protection, and I mean, they were doing a
This is
great
a
job of
problem.
cutting them all.
This is a real big problem. Like, Raven is super tanky as well. They went for the Scotty build after the
I mean,
battle.
if they lose Naga here, they could lose the game.
Literally 3 creeps right here are...
Hex is available on them.
Okay, the creeps are dead now, but the tower's still gonna die most likely.
The backdoor protection very much disabled. They're taking down the melee barracks.
Oh, he missed the call!
Raven still hitting away.
Song's back up. I think they need to go on this.
Jump forward, pull back now onto the jug, controlling him for the moment. They drop the rock onto the side of Nana though, and he is dropping low, but not dead. Stolen, turn it back around. Oh my god! So much damage coming out. They take down 3. Kangaroo.
How do you get your rock stolen?
Oh my god.
Did he have Blink? Yeah, he has Blink. That's how it got stolen.
But you just 1 point in upheaval. You're up against Rubik.
All right.
I mean, he might have assumed that the stun hit him, and at the same time, it's like if you're super fast and you see the rock go down, you can Blink steal.
Afu winning games. That's
Yeah,
all I
but
gotta say.
You also have to say, Kangaroo got a 3-man call.
That's fair enough.
That 3-man call Blade Mail melted them.
By the way, that was some salvage. WG was about to lose that game off some amazing throws.
Well, really good recognition by Fnatic too to just spot out those 3 creeps and go all in on them.
Dude, when you're playing against Naga, that's all you're looking for. You're just like, oh god, we got a creep, let's go. It could be like 1 catapult at 10 HP and you are all in on that Cardi, man. That's how it works.
Great stuff. Well, they still do have their golem, and it looks like they're going to be assaulting the tier 1 tower. Warriors game in Unity have very much found themselves in a decent position, but a little bit of throws. I mean, state of the game right now. Do you think Fnatic still have what it takes? Do they need another like weird creep wave to randomly show up like that again?
They need WG to do what WG's been doing, which is overextend and
I think what you mean to say
fight.
is they need Nana to be Nana and
More-
just go completely ham.
or Kang to miss a call or two. You know, they just need WG because I don't think Fnatic is really in too much control of their own fate. If you swap out WG, right,
I don't know
and
about
you
that.
put in Wings, right? Wings do not lose this game.
After getting the racks, though, I think that Fnatic are more back in
God.
control of their own fate than what you're saying.
Okay.
Nana has
But they're
7,000
definitely
gold.
behind. Like,
Behind from a gameplay standpoint, not by numbers, I would
Okay.
say. Because the way that, WG have to play the game is they don't have to commit to fights yet. Like, sure, Ajit's kind of getting closer to that point where he's going to have full items. Like, he's sitting on 7,300
Yeah.
gold. I think he just buys heart, right?
Yeah, he had
Yeah.
the recipe already.
Full heart. So now, he gets rid of the gem. He gets his last item, probably Butterfly, considering, Fnatic, they probably only have 1 MKB buyer at best, and that's going to be Raven. But outside of that, it's like, the Naga doesn't actually get any more farm than that. And then the Naga's, like, peaked.
he's got 3 more slots. You get the Moon Shard.
Yeah, but does Moonshard really change
Get
the way that
Necro
Naga
3.
plays?
Yeah.
You get the Refresher.
You know,
Look, we're not done.
You
yet.
play support, dude. You've never done any of those things.
I mean, I've dreamt of it.
I've
seen
Fair
every
enough.
Ohio. Well, you get the silence, have the call,
Oh,
lift up
nice.
Julius. All right, but still in some trouble. Aku's going to be able to control him, and the rest of the side of Fnatic is coming in rather slow. They
got robbed.
might be able to get there.
They got
in
robbed.
time. They
Nana's
drop
been
it down.
Nana.
Okay, still bringing Ohio low though, and BKB has been popped for Kangaroo. They're in the area, get the call onto the puck, controlled, Omni/drop. They turn it around again with another ulti from the Rubik, and they're just going to drop the song and get out. This is some good hesitation by Warriors Gaming Unity.
Yeah, that was
Have you seen that story?
I mean,
it was a good shot call to get out.
Yeah, that was.
Because the Omni was going off, they didn't kill the hero they went in on. Like, Ohio was regenerating a huge amount of HP because of reactive armor. There was just no reason for them to continue committing to that fight. So the fact that they decided to bail is actually a good thing.
And now the Storm's up top with the Keeper of Light recall. That's
Yep.
the one thing that I'm super happy about the way that WG is playing. They are always out on the map, creating a ton of pressure. Sometimes not working out as intended, but always keeping the wave pushed. And now that's going to be hopefully another tier 2 for the team.
Nana's playing safe now also. They break the Lincolns, he jumps out of there and should be fine. This is one of the more exciting ways to play Naga Siren with like a super mobile other core that wants to get active. It's kind of cool actually.
Well, it's just synergy between the heroes.
Yeah.
Like, the best way to deal with stuff like split push is either to 5-man before the split push becomes too much of an issue, or when you're laying super hard and stuff like that. But if you get to this stage where you actually have to address a split push directly, it enables heroes like Storm. Because the Storm wants one hero to come top to D-push. He wants one hero to go mid to D-push, right? As long as it's not Ohio, because Ohio's incredibly tanky. But if it's a support, he just kills him.
Yep. I would say Juggernaut is also immune to the Storm at this point now with his gear. Does have the butterfly finish. Surprised that he never went for the Blink Basher build that you see some Jugs transition, because that is a way to get into the Storm or the Naga.
You die with that build. Like, you actually just die if the axe goes on you.
Okay, so do you think it's correct that they don't go for the catch play? They just go for, look, we're going to keep the waves constantly push, we're going to go for the ultra late game?
Yeah, I think that Naga does fall off ultra late.
Okay.
And the other thing too is you're taking so much farm away from the team. Like, look at the last hits. It's 626. The next highest person is 261.
Yeah.
Like, it's not as if the entirety of WG are getting farmed. Like, Nana having Lincoln's Orchid Bloodstone at 42 minutes in, that's pretty good, but it's not great. Like, he's not, like, destroying with his item progression.
Okay, now we're going to focus on the Juggernaut. Shouldn't die, like you said, that build is quite the protection.
Well, Mushi is also going in now. They might have spotted out Kangaroo, and he's just going to try and blink out of there. Still have Dream Coil available. Does he go for it? Oh, Mushi not going to try it. So, a couple other interesting things. Kardel has his Aghanims now with the gem. He's going around making sure that their map is completely free from any enemy vision, as Kangaroo won't be able to catch Ohio there. But is there a way that you can start transferring some of that farm over to the rest of your team? Like if you maybe give the jungle to your other cores, or is it pretty much just going to be Naga continuing to soak up all of that?
I think Naga should focus mostly on the lanes to push it out and allow the support to farm the jungle. Kardel with Axe can go through the jungle quite easily and fast. In terms of the items that maybe the supports could be going for, I know it's a very expensive item, but I think Hexes should be on the table soon. Like, you need better ways to catch and kill the Fnatic heroes. I don't think WG will ever win this game just by ratting. They need to actually kill.
Alright, well, looking like we have a little bit of an initiation. They find the Hex immediately on the Kardel, jump forward, Sean. They also use the Dream Coil there, but now Bloodthorn reveals Nana on top of Mushi, but Yule Scepter and jumping away. So they don't find
They're
it.
going to lose Roche here. I mean, they can maybe go for a song play, but this is super risky if WG commit to this with 4.
Well, Juggernaut too afraid to bring it down low until the coast is clear for in position.
Yeah, they also have Nana here. Who has...
Can they actually kill Ajit now if he just waltz into the pit by himself? Like,
oh yeah, Timber damage and Jug, they can definitely kill him.
Okay. Well, he has the... No, he doesn't have the butter yet. He's actually gone for the Diffuser Blade.
Ohio is very far forward. The rest of his team is nearby as well, but he is actually the one that maybe is a little bit too far forward. Demon is there as well. And they don't end up really committing anything for it. The jump forward onto them. Mushi's going to drop it also. Raven turning up and taking them down is going to TP.
Nice jump.
Oh my god.
That was a nice jump.
Oh.
And Naga, meanwhile, has just been split pushing. Demon has gone for the Glimmer Cape that Andy has mentioned, and you do see why Storm has not really been jumping him as much anymore.
Yeah, that item is actually necessary. So what Storms have to do against that is they have to pretty much ball in a way where you're facing the target to insta-pull him, and then hope that you kill him within the pull.
Or just have a gem.
Or yeah, have a gem too.
Look at Demon. He's just like dropping to these illusions.
Yeah.
And Roshan still going down. They went for the song play a little bit early.
And that's just doors open for Fnatic. Take this Roche.
Yeah. Storm is here though. He can jump. They need to get vision inside the pit. They are going to spot it out now. Pushes with his high ground. They're outside of the pit now.
He's dying to illusions too.
Roche is going to die. They jump in, able to steal it. Nana making the plays. And they got the kill. Now up on the high ground, turns to the Ogre. Demon dropping low. They do have the Glimmer Cape keeping him alive, but well, it looks like they will be able to get out. But huge plays from Warriors Gaming. And all started with the Kardel right there also.
Yeah. You know, when a song was used so early, I was like, oh my god, they're going to lose the Aegis. But the Blinding Light gave them enough time. Another illusion scouted the HP. And obviously it's a storm, jumping from a mile away, so very unlucky for Fnatic. I thought for sure they would have had that Aegis, and they need that Aegis to, leverage some of these pushing.
They do have 2 hexes now though on Fnatic, so
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, obviously giving the Storm and Aegis is not a great thing to happen, but at the same time, they actually have ways to kill him now.
I would make the argument if you kill Storm once, you could kill him twice with the amount of control that they have. So
Yeah, probably.
maybe it's not so bad.
He needs another, like, I don't know. I guess with the Hex, there's not really much that saves him. Like, maybe Lotus Orb for some of the other stuns, but even that's, like...
He does have a Linken's. Maybe, if he survives long enough, the Linken's could...
Reap.
He probably just needs BKB in all honesty.
Yeah.
Or, get rid of the gem, Shivas, then BKB. I think that would be a fairly good... Or, I suppose he could go greedier and go Hex BKB instead of Shivas. Hex is always an amazing late game item.
So if you asked me like 20 minutes ago who's gonna win this game for sure, I would have said WG, but hold that thought here.
On top of him, this is the
the
call again, but we'll still find the kill nonetheless. Kangaroo TP's out of there, and looks like Nana still slowed, but going to be able to get out.
He's got an Arcane, dude. He is out of there.
Alright, and Rubik's full Timber Chain now too, so he's gone. God, if he can get into an Axe for Rubik, I don't know if he's going to be able to. He's actually getting close.
He's there almost. Look, if you could steal Raw, you could get 2 of them now. Oh my god, if he steals Dream Coil.
Dude, that's actually the steal this game. With
You have
the
Blinding
Magnets.
Light, dude.
Yeah, I know.
I don't think that they spotted that. They may have, but the big thing is now, Ajit is up on their high ground, and they're starting to siege these towers. Nobody is back right now for Fnatic.
They're trying to force a buyout from Jug, but I don't think they're going to be able to.
They might if...
Silence. All right. Remnant.
No, Ohio's too tanky. I don't think Raven's going to buy back for this.
No, Ajit. Not exactly sieging the fastest.
Yeah, that's what I mean. They really don't want to commit the buyback. He has it, but if he buys back now and he dies one more time, then there's a chance that, WG just get a free set of racks, or maybe even 2. They're going to lose their safe lane tier 2 in this process, though.
Ajit is actually also going to TP back home to defend against the push bottom, so that will stop it. They take that tier 2, as you mentioned, and looks like we'll reset from this position with still one more standing for Fnatic in that bottom lane.
The thing about having the Timber in the game with a Naga is that, the Naga illusions are never going to be tanky enough against Timber damage because of how crazy the burst is between Shivas and double Chakram. So, in some scenarios, other heroes, you might be able to force that buyout on the Jug, but against this farmed of a Timber, it's not a thing. He's just going to kill the illusions.
It looks like also Afu is going to be going back for a Lotus Orb, I believe. So
That's a really good choice this game as well. Dispel when there's double Hex, that is the dream.
Yeah. And he also, I mean, he's got enough maneuverability items, either from stuff he's stealing from Fnatic or his own Blink Dagger, that he should be able to get into range to help out his Storm.
I mean, he managed to steal Chaotic Offering, so I'm pretty sure he's going to be able to use a Lotus Orb.
It depends on how crazy Nana goes, right?
That's
Nana
the big
zips
question,
in,
yeah.
right?
No, you preemptively Lotus him, man. It lasts 8 seconds.
Well, fair enough.
Okay.
If you can't Hex him for 8 seconds, Or sorry, 6.
I was thinking that they have enough damage from the rest of the people that if Puck even hexes himself, then Timber could find the kill onto Nana. So I was thinking more of removing the hex, but
I mean, right now, Nana's fine. He's got Aegis, he's got Linken's.
Ooh, Shadowblade on Axe. I like that choice too.
Okay.
But if he gets it to Silver Edge, it's amazing against Jug.
Or Timber.
Or Timber, yeah, but that's only if you catch the Timber before he has reactive armor stacks. If you use it on them in the middle of the fight, he maintains the buff, but he doesn't get any more stacks.
So as I was saying earlier, I'm not sure if this game is as clear-cut of a WG victory anymore.
yeah.
Yeah,
Like-
when it gets to Ultra Late,
Yeah.
anything can happen in these types of games where it goes post 50 minutes. Because everybody scales so, highly in terms of damage output and whatnot that, one fumbled fight or a buyback into another death just means GG. So now it's just a matter of who gets the jump, who gets the more opportunistic engagement.
One of the big things though now is, again, that Coddle Ags during daytime is going to
Bottom
really
lane.
play dividends.
They looking for Ohio potentially? It's not an easy kill. He is not scared.
They pop the call, and well, BKB is still there. He has a hex available, and they actually have net still, so he cancels his TP and is going to try and run, but they're on top of him, pulling it back in. Nana far away finds the kill, and well, Kardel is going to be left alone up in the top lane. He gets jumped upon by Mushi, so heads up play right there from Mushi, and that is not the gem, but will be X-Nova's life.
Okay, but that's a push regardless. Last time we talked about the Juggernaut dying, but there's a Timber backing up. Timber's dead.
Yeah.
He's got a low respawn though, and it is technically 4v4. Granted, not an equal trade, I guess, in terms of the heroes that are dead.
God, look at these Naga illusions. They're slowly bringing them down. Actually, jump forward. Forces out the Blade Fury. Raven needs to be a little bit careful. Bloodthorn can definitely tear him apart once that's down.
Yeah, he got the healing ward with that ball. That was the main thing. So, I mean, it's kind of getting to a point now where you kind of debate: do you get rid of Battle Fury on Raven? I think he has to hold on to it on the Courier, but he needs another item like MKB or something. Or Abyssal, perhaps, like Limmy was talking about earlier. Because the Battle Fury is necessary still for pushing the wave, but the fact of the matter is, in the fight, the Battle Fury is not really useful. He needs another item that's going to be able to either allow him to kill the Naga, or allow him to lock somebody down.
Alright, Mushi, they're all coming in right now, and they do have Demon with the rock on the other side of it. They jump forward. Alright, Hexa's already out now on top of the axe. He's controlled. Apu is going to get the Lotus Orb on top of him, but already dead. And the Song should keep their guys alive. I think they just need to TP out of here at this point. This is too scary.
They could hex him again? Did they see him?
No, they didn't.
The rock commits. Jimmy had the right idea, but he was just like half a second late.
He's not that fast, unfortunately.
Yeah. Kangaroo comes right back in. Well, maybe it's a bait because now. Okay, can they actually get the kill on the Jug? No, they're going to refocus on the backline, but Yule Scepter, Nana jumps to the right, and now Kang's trying to run. Now, I do believe there's some sort of true sight. They are chasing him.
Yeah, Mushi's got a jump.
Okay.
I think that's totally worth, because now Omni Slash is down. You've also got yourself Warlock ulti down. Fnatic are going to push this, which is a little bit scary, but I think that Naga can just do Naga things and keep him off the towers pretty well.
Well, here's the thing. Naga has been doing Naga things. Even with the hero dead, they still have trouble breaking the high ground on the other side, so...
If you look at the lanes, it's, the Naga Siren's really only keeping one push past the river at the moment.
Right, yeah. In fact, I think WG has taken more objective in the past 20-30 minutes than...
They've got a big one now. The healing ward is down. Jump forward, call onto that Jug, but still going to be lifted up by the Yule Scepter, and Kangaroo not going to be able to do enough damage with that blade mail.
There's no buyback on that.
He's gone.
Oh my god.
That is really bad.
Okay.
Alright.
Rubik needs to steal Chakram or something to give him a little bit more creep play.
I mean, they killed the whole creep wave, and now they have to get out.
Oh, they don't know he doesn't have buyback.
Oh man. Do they go in there if they know he doesn't have buyback?
I think so. Because they can just go, they can hit the tower. There's no initiation anymore, right? I mean, yeah, sure, Nana can go in, but that's not, BKB disable.
I mean, they're also feeling less confident because they don't have the rock, and now we do see the jump. BKB gets popped, Coil gets onto 2.
Nana's gonna chase this though, and he jumps onto Ohio first. The questionable there, they hex him up, controlled for the moment, and gonna be brought down just like that.
And Rubik coming in to look for a little bit more, but... Okay, Gem hits the deck. They gotta take that one back.
Wait, who picked up the gem?
No one yet, but I think Kardel will find it. Yeah, he's got it. Oh yeah,
he's got it, yeah, okay. Yeah, that was pretty unfortunate. I mean, they were looking for some kind of counter kill, maybe hoping that Ajit would TP to another lane and they could find a different hero, but end of the day, end up losing Mushi. It's kind of painful. Losing the gem. On the bright side, Ohio's got his Octarine now, so he is just the tankiest basketball in the entire world.
And this is one of those instances, too, where it goes to show in that one moment, like if you kill a hero late game, you have a creep wave as well, they're going to take the towers incredibly quick, so... I think that both teams very much still in this game, and it comes down to map movement, map control, and I feel like Warriors Gaming just have to play so much around this Kardel during daytime. Although maybe they're just going to play around Nana being insane as he hexes up the Timbersaw, turns upon him, Apu comes in for a quick shot, but BKB Pop turning it back around now. They have taunted Timbersaw, and I think they just need to get out again. They're going to lose Axe. BKB popped. He's gone, I think. Well, Blinking one. In range. Shadowblade. Kangaroo. Oh my god. Kangaroo, you made it happen.
And that is why late game Shadowblades are good, boys.
Well,
I mean,
guess.
sure, he missed the rock, but
Yeah.
it's the same reason why the Glimmer is good late game, because people just don't have room for detection anymore.
When is this late? When you know?
Yeah, when it's like post 50 minutes and everyone's like 6 slotted, that's when the Shadow Blades are. They go from like being amazing to awful to amazing again.
Oh, and they're on top of him again. Juggernaut is getting controlled. Does he have enough disable though?
Goodness.
Not going to be there, but still, I mean, every little thing, it's just Nana putting fear of God in these guys.
Teammate. Oh, Glimmer Cape runs out now. He's gonna get
He
seen.
saw him, he saw him.
Has he used a spell since Drow? Yeah, he did. he did. Rubik has the same idea. It's like, huh, let me see if Jimmy made a mistake here. Jimmy on top of things.
I mean, that's just a steal that you do anyway, right?
Yeah, you always do. I mean, you see a Juggernaut,
He
you
has-
see a Warlock, you just go for a steal, man. You don't know what you're gonna get.
Have you seen Afu's inventory? He's got 18 sentries.
I mean, Naga.
That is a
Naga's
man.
been fine.
That is a man on a mission.
He wants to make sure that his axe can get away. Yeah. I guess I'll also find whatever wards are there. I mean, they have a gem too, right? Like, what?
Well,
They-
the gem they got from the other team.
Did,
They have a gem collection.
they've got a couple.
Okay, yeah, one for each eye. Let's go.
Is Ajit buying sentries for us, buddy?
Oh my god, that's a Naga
What?
song! That is a Naga axe.
Magnums.
I've never seen this in a pro game before.
I've seen it, but only on supports. I haven't seen it.
No, there was once that EGM stole a song as a Rubik with axe, but he never used it. Alright, but now we're gonna see it. The heal.
So what's the application? What does he get rid of?
Well,
He doesn't even have it.
so what it gives you is it's 48%, or I guess it's 7-second duration, so 70% heal of your entire team.
Yeah. I
of
mean,
max HP.
I mean, I know what it does. I
Okay.
just mean like the app. What is the application? Like what scenario is this actually good when they're pushing?
I
the
mean,
base,
I don't think he
guess?
should have got it. So I don't
Well, I
think it's
just
good
like
here.
I said, I've never seen it either.
Yeah.
So I don't know like what the
I mean,
the utilization of this thing actually is.
on paper, it
I
seems
suppose.
good for like a long siege, but they don't have good siege heroes.
I think it's an item that you have when the enemy team is sieging your base.
yeah.
And you song when
For
you're
a
losing
heal?
the fight,
Okay.
and then you come back and everyone's like full HP. And
I mean,
then
it's
you
good against
re-engage.
Fatal Bond, I guess.
Well, yeah, I think that though that you're right
Dude,
that
he-
if they end up losing a bunch of barracks and like they're the last ditch effort, like he brings it out of his inventory as he buys back and then TP's in, like and replaces the diffusal blade or something for that one fight.
Yeah. I don't know. It's
But aren't
it's-
there better items for affecting a fight? I mean,
I don't
I
think
guess on
so.
paper you heal your team for 70% HP. Maybe that's.
I mean, that's pretty good, right?
He has so much gold. Like it
Bottom
doesn't
lane.
matter. He bought those 18 sentries.
Bottom
His bottom
lane.
lane. They are going to throw it out there. And Axe already gone. Song a bit too late, but Afu might be able to TP out. So save one.
Yeah.
I mean, they're just being very liberal with the golems now. Jimmy's like, I've had enough of this.
Top tower is
He
under
gets a refresher too.
Okay, refreshes the song. Wait, he didn't pick up his radiance. He has to just refresher now.
Uh-oh.
That was a mistake, I think.
I think he got summoned before he was ready.
Oh.
Yeah, he's gonna TP back home.
Bottom lane. They're actually in on top of him. Ajit is going to get the song, but he doesn't have a TP now.
They're like, what the hell? How does he have another song?
Well, now they know. They will click on the illusions. But these illusions don't have radiance. Time to go home, guys.
Ajit is breaking new ground in Naga play.
This is not a scenario that you see very often.
He still hasn't used the axe song yet.
I mean, he pretty much had to have his Coddle summon him back to base. Okay, now his Radiance is coming
Okay.
back. He had it on the Courier, like halfway between base and like extra the tier 1 used to be, because he realized he didn't have it. And then those illusions were not super effective, we'll say that much. At the same time, you know, Afu and Nana trying to sneak a Roche here. It's not going to be super fast. Okay, I guess they just kind of decide that it's probably not worth the risk.
Yeah.
Oh,
Jump on the Mushi, controlled again. They have somebody TPing in, but not going to be there in time.
Well,
that's another gem.
I don't think he can take it though. Yeah, he's just gonna grab it and get out.
Let's open a jewelry shop on the Radiant base.
This is getting a little bit hectic here for Fnatic. They keep losing heroes.
I mean, both sides have been losing heroes.
Yeah, but this is now another potential like Aegis, right? Maybe Nana drops. What did he drop?
The thing I'm still looking for WG is, like, you're getting 1 or 2 hero picks, like, but how do you break high ground?
Oh, he got rid of them.
They don't have a good tower hitter.
You just kill everyone, then you go high ground.
Or illusions. Your illusions hit the
You don't
buildings.
have to need it. You don't need a high ground team at the end if they're all dead. Luke.
Right, but they haven't been all that, right? Fnatic, you
Yeah.
say that they're getting a little hectic, and I agree, but they haven't been losing more than 1 or 2 at most. And it's so dangerous to go up high ground against, you know, a Juggernaut that's this stack. a timber that could mow down the creeps.
No, I think that you're right. This game is not going to be over quickly. Like, they're going to be hitting it with the illusions. They're maybe going to be hitting it if they can kill them all. But Fnatic's been playing it a little bit too safe for that.
I mean, I'm a Fnatic's #1 fan now. Every time I watch them play, they give us these kind of games. The 70-minute plus.
I mean, the last time it was one of these games, it didn't end well for Fnatic. We'll say
That
that.
is true.
This one might not end well for them too, but it's looking much better for now.
I don't know. I think this is a really hard spot for Fnatic because for the first time in a while, all 3 of the lanes are pushed heavily in WG's favor.
Yeah.
And that's when you have to start worrying about like your tier 3s getting chipped down. Like
Right.
for a long time, they were able to keep the creep wave away from their base. But as soon as they lose those 2 cores, no one wants to commit buyback at this stage in the game just to try to go fight Roche against Naga. Like, there's a good chance they just song and run away and then you've wasted your buyback. So because you don't commit that buyback, they get Roche, they get cheese, and now you're sitting there going, well, now we're kind of back to ground zero because we're sitting inside of our base and we can't make any moves without WG noticing it. That's why it's hectic, because it's like, oh crap, now we're actually stuck in our base.
And it also goes back to the situation that you mentioned, I think, I don't know, 30 minutes ago, where Storm gets to choose a lane that he goes to for a pick. Like right here, Demon gets caught.
Yeah.
Oh, he's got a Glimmer Cave, but it's going to run out relatively soon. Does he have vision?
Spots him? Yeah, he's gone. Yeah, I mean, Demon was doing a good job trying to cut the creep wave for a long time, and he was hanging out up top here as well. But, I mean, it's so hard to play against the Storm at this point. Like,
Yeah, it is.
Oh, he bought his most of his refresher before he died, so...
Yeah. I mean, Double Rock is still a very dangerous thing to play against if you get a good Fatal Bonds off.
he doesn't have buyback.
I mean,
I can't do anything with it, though, I guess.
it's 50 seconds. It's not that long. It's like maybe less than 2 creep waves worth of time.
Again, I think it's more so WG can't really siege that well. So it's like, yeah, we got
Yeah, that's also a thing. But the best scenario is always for them to have the waves pushed so that the Naga Siren illusions can start dealing damage. That's the main way they actually siege.
Oh,
Oh my god, my camera work with this guy, it's like putting on a clinic.
Double
I mean-
click on his portrait. You know?
Yeah, you just double click on Nana and you just watch him do stuff. That's what I'm gonna do actually.
He's going to be the only one that makes the moves, probably.
Well, he's the one who's been
Oh,
making the
yeah.
moves. They haven't
Alright.
all been good moves, but
All right,
you know, he's
we're
made
getting
them.
there. Fnatic actually have some decent ways to control and kill now. The Basher, the Abyssal Blade's up.
Yep.
I don't know if he has enough inventory where you put a blink on top of that too. Probably not. It looks like he dropped the Diffusal Blade instead of the Battle Fairy, which I think it makes a bit more sense. The Diffusal Blade could take off the Bloodthorn, which is pretty excellent, but
He's got Manta for that too.
yeah.
I think the biggest part of it is the Abyssal Blade and the Diffusal basically serve the same purpose at this stage in the game. Where
Just
he
control.
doesn't, yeah, it's control, and he doesn't need the Dispel anymore from the Diffusal Blade, whereas earlier it was a much better item.
Mushi's moving in now. They do have vision over here. This
Why is there a
ward
creep?
placed.
Why is there a creep in like the woods?
Blinding Light, maybe?
Okay.
That is really weird.
I mean, it has to be Blinding Light, right? Like,
No,
that's-
it's 1400 HP, right? Somebody dominated it
Oh.
and is scouting with it. Is it a BOT2 beacon or something? Yeah.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
it is, yeah, it is.
Dude, that is the play. Fnatic
Those
coming
are
in.
some sick plays. Mushi is there. He's found Nana. Can they find the catch? It's not going to be there. Yule Scepter lift up on the axe, and I think that he is going to be brought down now. Omni Slash used. Bot level 2 play, but top lane's being sieged at the same time, so they need to come back and defend against this, and they've already used a lot of their bots.
Wait, do they not actually have TPs for this?
They don't. They
Well,
bought
they
it down to
TP
the
out.
creep.
They TP out. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
no. All right. Well, I don't think it's going to matter, though.
All right, Ohio. Now's your time, dude. Okay. Maybe it's not your time. Maybe soon.
I mean, it doesn't matter in the sense that the tower's still up, but it definitely took a lot of damage, so...
Yeah.
Wait, who actually even has a helm on Fnatic side? I guess Juggernaut probably bought it and just, like, put it on the ground or something.
Dominated and then...
Yeah.
But don't you lose the creep when you sell the dom?
You don't sell it, you just put it on the ground or on your courier.
Yeah, it's on the courier here. It is Ohio's.
Okay.
Oh yeah, they have 2 couriers, that's why. Alright. I guess when you get the 60 minutes in, you start buying more than 1 courier.
TP boots in on Nana, but he's going to jump away. That Storm Spirit late game is so good.
Is the MVP creep still alive?
He actually doesn't have mana right now, though, and
Texas?
turns to Hex. Needs to regen up a little bit more, and
He's got recall. He's got recall. If you
got it.
get Yules?
oh,
He had Lincoln still, I think.
Okay.
yeah.
And Ohio doesn't have Yules anymore because he has BKB. So he only had 1 item to break Lincoln's. And he
By the
couldn't-
way, Kardel's got Hex. This is what I'm talking about earlier. Your supports start going late game Hexes, and
He has almost the same. He has almost the same amount of net worth as Mushi. How is that a thing?
I mean, the game is 65 minutes long, and Mushi is not farm priority.
Jeez.
Dude, once you have Axe on Kardel, you just, you walk by a camp, okay, this one's mine.
Yeah, and they're finding these wards as well.
I think once Hexes come up, WG's back in the lead again in terms of taking this game, because...
I mean...
But what if the Ogre gets his Hex, or Aghanim's? And then Jimmy gets a Hex because he's got Refresher.
Alright, Refresher Hex is legit.
I mean, Refresher Golem Hex is
Hex on the Storm Spirit, controlled, in trouble. Where's his help? It's not there. He's gone.
Okay. I was back at 50.
That's what we call dunked. Just everything to Storm.
Can Fnatic push? I mean, they're gonna try. But
I mean,
can they
it's
actually
still
push?
Naga though. Like, it's so hard to do anything with this.
It's not even just Naga anymore. It's
Yeah.
the Kardel as well.
I like how
15,000 gold in her bank right now.
I like how 66 minutes in the game, one of the mid core dies. We're like, hey, there's no excitement. It's like, is Fnatic gonna do anything?
I mean, the mids are actually just completely different in regards to how much they actually offer their teams.
Right.
Like Mushi is pretty much a blink Hex, and Nana is just Nana. He's literally just insane.
The catapults are getting a little bit hard to deal with, but they'll be able to get the pull through with these illusions. And yeah, Storm's back up again now. Like, this is feeling like it might be one of those games that
you guys know I'm down for this.
hangs out for a little while.
Always down for the 85-hour games.
Is that Commando Creep still alive, by the way?
Oh yeah, it is. It is.
Okay.
Oh, no, wait, that's a
Still
ward. JK.
So no, the Creep is still there.
Afu
again?
Yeah, he's found him.
Alright.
Poor Rubik in some trouble now. Lift,
He's got
steals.
phase shift. He's got phase shift. He can phase and
He's
blink
out.
out.
Lotus?
Lotus phase?
Oh. He tried.
Yeah.
Well, do they have a creep wave? They do have a rather large one.
Yeah, but look at
Yeah,
mid.
but there's a tier 2 mid. They can't actually take the racks. They have to go top.
Yeah. Dang.
I mean, they can walk through the base all the way to top. I mean, they can do that, but...
Ooh. Nana has the MKB. He's like, guys, I need to start hitting something.
Well, they're turning on to Ohio now. He bought his Necrobook 3.
Double
And
hexes.
they are on top of him.
Ooh, the
They
damage
bring
there.
him down. BKB popped, but still Ohio.
Dead, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's going to fall. But they're taking it in on full
Are they
base now.
Are they trying to throw? There's no way.
Oh, fall onto 2. That's pretty good. Their follow-up is there as well. Nana very low on mana. They drop the rock onto him, though. They're doing a ton of damage from Mushi. Fatal Bonds. The computer is crashing, but it looks like so is Warriors Game and Unity. They buy back on the Nagasire. Oh, excuse me, just the Rubik. But the Storm is dead.
Where's the acceptor for that song? That would have been great there.
She needs to refresh right now. They're going for it.
Oh my god.
This is so ham. The Storm has buyback still.
They can go into this. I think that Warriors Gaming are okay with this. If they can kill him here,
No, they gotta run. They gotta run.
buyback from the Storm. They're on top of him. On to 2. They don't have Warlock ulti any further. I don't believe. Now his refresher's back at home and on cooldown anyways. Hex is there. Puck is gone. And now AU is fallen as well. Double for Nana and Ohio controlled. Trying to bring down X-Nova. It's not going to happen. Bloodthorn brings him down to the ground as well. 4 are dead. And Fnatic right now are lacking a couple buybacks. They don't have it on Jug. They don't have it on Timber. They're going for 100 seconds. This might be game even. Call. Warlock gone as well.
Yeah, this is probably game. The Timber and the Jug are dead for more than a minute and a half.
Alright, Naga just bought Divine. Alright, we finally have some damage on building. Let's go, boys.
I don't even think he needs it at this point. I mean, even with the buybacks, Jimmy doesn't have Refresher or Rock.
I mean,
They buy
Fatal
back
Bond
three.
is...
They're
Fatal Bond,
gonna
I guess.
lose their whole base. Like, there's no way.
Yeah, I think they did it.
I think it's game.
Warriors Gaming Unity. 70 minutes in and hitting tier 4's no great answer.
Wait, Warlock does have Refresher.
He does.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
he has it. It's it
No,
just came
it's
up.
good.
It just came
Yeah,
up.
yeah.
Yeah.
But
I
no
mean,
Jug.
is one Rock really gonna save this?
Oh, they're
Maybe.
gonna try to fight it.
Oh, they jump onto him though.
They even have Song in this game.
Stun, silence, glimmer, demon low is going to miss uphill.
Look at Ajin.
Trying
It's just
to stay
objective
alive.
gaming with that Divine.
Yeah, they call it GG. Well played. Warriors Game and Unity bring it back in a thriller 70 minutes in. What do you guys think? Then who's taking game number 3 here?
I mean, I wouldn't use the word thriller to describe this game.
Nana's crazy.
Nana is crazy, but.